Assalamu alaikum one and all, and welcome to a brand new episode of Ramadan Bites. I'm Aatif Nawaz, here to guide you through today's show. We're in the Islam Channel studio as we speak, where all these wonderful producers are working hard to bring you the programming you watch 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, especially during Ramadan when you need that extra support as well. Coming up today, we have Ahmed Ikhlas, the extraordinary Caribbean dub poet, the genius behind the super cool Ramadan Bites theme music. I can't wait to meet him. I love the theme music. I'm sure you, like me, are humming it to yourself ages after the program's even done. And people think you're strange, but you're not. You're just humming along to a really interesting kind of theme music. It's quite engaging. In any case, also on the show,
their grandfather.
Indeed, and in a moment we'll be speaking with Anwar and Arshad and also Edward Owls, who directed the story. Here's a sneak preview of the documentary, This is Auction House. Indeed. Now, Arshad, if I can ask you, and we'll come to Edward in a second actually, but I wanted to ask you about the story itself, right, which is obviously a very personal story. It's about your family, about your history as well, and sometimes it's quite difficult to take your personal stories and put them out there for everybody to see. So how did you feel about putting the story, your very personal story about your family out when Edward came to you with the proposal?
When he came in the beginning, I found it.
Indeed. Well, a group of clowns have begun a tour in Lebanon aimed at cheering thousands of Syrian children up. Imanul Said brings us this uplifting story of smiles and survival. Thank you so much for joining us and taking time out. Now, we know you've been recording, the Quran recently as an audio file, I suppose we call it. How did this project come about?
I have always had a passion.
But no, we say I'm friendly.
Yeah, you're very friendly, I have to say, for now. Well, let's see. There's time to go. There's time to go. So, Jenna, your job must be so much fun.
Oh, I love it. I mean...
IslamChannel.tv.
Wow, that's a tough question, I've got to say. Especially when you get the answer right there in front of you. Get those answers in quickly. You've got an excellent chance to win a signed copy of Zayn Bika CD. Exactly. So, before we move on, I wanted to ask you one more question, right? Obviously, you've been performing for such a long time, and mashallah, you had a brilliant beginning, such an exciting beginning to you, an inspiring beginning to your career. What's been the single best moment of your career so far, of the 20 years?
That's a question, man.
That's a loaded question.
That's a question. That's a loaded question.
I think there's been too many, but I think...
It's coming on Living the Life.
That's brilliant. Well, joining us now to tell us all about being solo in Soho, being the proverbial bull in a china shop, and being one of Australia's funniest comedians. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Living the Life, Amir Rahman.
Welcome, salam. Thank you
so much for joining us, man. That was fantastic. It was really... What I liked about it is, and we were just commenting on this earlier, right, is that there's a definite lack of smart South Asian comics as well. It was comics with who kind of don't play on the stereotype, but find ways to subvert it, and you've done that. And I really enjoyed that. It's really good.
Thanks very much.
We look forward to seeing more of the same at the Soho Theatre. So how long have you been in the UK now?
I got in last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday.
I went to Belgium for a gig.
Go with the flow.
Fantastic.
That's excellent advice. That's really good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jenna. Don't go anywhere. We've got loads of questions about clowning around. It's just nice to have a third clown on the show. That's pretty good.
Absolutely. And it's